Let me show you my bitch, yeah. Television. Let me show you my bitch.
Yo, this is Foz. If you cool like that, call me Foz Shelby, and welcome to Tell a Vision, where we tell people their vision to such an extent that to like deceased and deceased. Shout out. I'm not alone. I'm with my boy, Alton, the great time. Actually, but like
Elton again, man. Like who's Elton? Like I used to like every single time, dog. Like Elton is me as a human being. Yeah, I go by the name of Tabang Elton Mpoloke. But if you don't put the great before that name, that is blasphemy. Jaka mokgotsi wa ka, ke Morena Matsena, Rabatsena.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
Elton.
Hey guys, it's me again, Palesa, your favorite nail tech, and I put the P in perfect in that song.
Period.
Shout out.
We. So actually today we have a guest, a fellow OG Yamukasi, Zas. What do we introduce her today, my brother?
Away. Your boy is just for peace. Like usually put out a Zest Chilean. Yeah, Zest Z is for my second name. Then the first name A is Abram. And then S is for my surname Sikiti. Then I call myself Zest for peace because of like Nangelope.
Hey.
I'm totally peace.
All
Oh
right.
yeah.
I was gonna actually ask.
So what is it exactly?
Yeah.
I was gonna ask.
So what is it exactly that you do? For those that do not know, you know.
Oh, I'm a producer. I do genre totally. And I mix master. And furthermore, can I say Bonnie, kill an artist, kill give up back in the days. Actually, back in the years.
Yeah.
Decades.
Really?
So now, like, can you battle behind the scene because of production and so on. So I have to sell myself.
Yeah.
So people don't have to like sensibility for a demand away and like uchuneng and like. So that's why I dropped my album, go different platforms.
Which recently dropped, I believe, nah? When did it drop? Yesterday or today?
Yeah, today.
Today.
Yeah.
What's the name of the album?
Affirmation is the name of the album. Yeah. But before, I dropped an EP called Expansion. Marigini inside like about to test the market. Yeah, the market for Anna. Yeah.
So how's it doing? How's the streams going?
Yo, they're via my it's too painful.
What's painful about it?
Zaga again.
I know what's in there, no. I know
like
those
you
are
give me this
I know
banana.
those are no. I don't know how the streams work. How do streams work, man?
Because I see these artists are breaking numbers, they're charting the top, like they're topping the charts and everything. But
The one person that I'm
does it
seeing,
necessarily make money?
the one person that I'm seeing it kind of makes money for is Beat Soul.
Okay.
Like I'm just like at my eyes,
true.
like me looking at my eyes, bring me joy is killing. That piece killing. So but I don't know. Your monthly listeners, how many monthly listeners do you have?
You truly speaking, I get shaky because of it a buy and like I'm talk at body admin so yeah, Spanish is buy.
I heard you earlier on about you had actually challenges with having to drop. What are those?
Distribution. Sometimes so get drop up in 5 days, and then finally pause. Maybe album art is blurry. Yes, it's your bow. And then you don't have any option or about like drop your link, but offer on like date. And then all the fans they speak like that specific date on Salon.
Yeah.
Those are challenges. But besides that, we mix a lot of master we try like school no fail, but Kispan is by.
And I wanted to find out, what's your favorite genre? Because you said you touch and go. You know, you're into all of them. But what's your favorite, like your personal
Definitely
favorite?
has to be hip hop.
Nah. So now like it look too very simple because now I do music.
Okay.
So when you do genre, why you limit?
Okay.
As a producer now, okay, get
But everyone
specialized
has a-
like a
but
trap.
everyone has a
If,
favorite.
yeah, it trap soul. But now he classify under
Solo, my Bryson Taylor vibe, so.
no like now he classify
You
under
know, Bryson Taylor song.
nah,
Like
nah.
bedroom songs.
I classify
Better get the
myself.
flashback.
Baby didn't classify myself under contemporary R&B.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
okay.
that's me now. because of lyrical content doesn't change, but the beats that change as well.
Oh.
So people ba determine the genre ka beat. Doesn't work like that because of even the vocal itself is an element. You understand?
So it's like the entirety.
Yeah.
You have to look at it as entirety, not as
yeah,
like
yeah.
parts, right?
This is actually the first time Gutla Mutabrika down that whole thing
Yeah.
of saying, I don't do music, I do what. Because that's what they always say. But you having to break it down into that, I think it makes more sense.
And like,
on
what
first time.
gave you like the, you know, everybody has that thing that gives you that one push to do something. What was like? What was the moment in your life that made you feel like this is what I want to do? Like music is my passion. When did you realize that that's what you want to do?
I can know the peanuts about Toba. Yeah. I started like listening to Acorn.
Okay.
Locked up. Yeah. But lonely there. Then I gave one I don't know how to write my own songs.
Oh, okay.
But I get kopanela majita, do this thing.
So what goes right here?
I don't
I think
know.
I'm a musician too. I like singing along to
Hey.
Get them bashing on talent.
Continue.
And then like can't take it like your whole so like in the weekend. That now from the beginning till now, the weekend. All the albums till now.
So
Then,
he's like, is he like your greatest inspiration?
Yes. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Out of all of them?
Yes.
Out of all like the artists that have ever touched ground,
But
the
no,
weekend resonates with you.
but no, I overcome the problems.
So you're trying to say he was holding you back?
No, I was starting. No, like I was starting to sound like him.
Oh, okay.
Even the writing, like even the voice itself. I was like being Mosiane pizza bare. Oh, I see the weekend take mang ke fortnight. Yes. Yeah.
So what's your biggest
I feel it.
what's your biggest motivation right now? Oh, in music. What gives you that niche to write? Because everybody has
What's your
something.
muse?
Yeah, what's your muse?
Yeah.
What's your muse?
I like that. So I'm an open book. Whenever I get maybe on Bella or ne, they can do long kawati. I'm gonna write a song about it. Exactly, they were there. Even my song, like the album make it dope. That affirmation, it's all about me. I'm talking about myself, the situations, the
So
feelings.
You're more of like
you
a
write
storyteller.
about,
Yeah,
so you write about like real life experiences. Stuff.
yeah.
That is so powerful as an artist, eh? Like, I feel like not a lot of people do that. Sometimes you tend to write or create music based on inspo, and you don't create your own thing out of it. Yeah.
Speaking of which, I remember AK was saying there's a time, I think he got it from Kanye West though, like when he records his album now, like he goes out there, like at like an unknown place, also consuming any content because he wants whatever is going to produce that time in like organic as hell. It shouldn't be influenced by some sort of like outside.
Gonna take me to prison.
Like anything that's gonna like it shouldn't be convinced by fuck, bro. Like,
Something I was gonna say, gonna take me to prison. I'm sorry.
yeah. But then like got like entire what lang produce it shouldn't be influenced by any outside influence on first time. Yeah. So I think that also resonates with what you're saying on first time. Okay, what the fuck? What's going on?
I don't know, and I had such an interesting question to ask you because you mentioned what AKA does.
Yeah,
Right?
RIP to Mega.
Yeah. Like, what do you do as like an artist to get that inspo? Because you said it's obviously real life situations, but how do you get your mind to be in that element?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Whenever
Hey, you're on fire today, eh? I'm quite surprised.
Question
No, I'm gonna be real. No, listen.
No, you know
what?
you know what I'm surprised about,
Yeah.
Like most of the people that we've actually had, man,
Yeah.
you never are asking such questions. You never go this deep.
I can explain.
And
My
most of
brother,
it
we've
all,
met before.
not that it's worse, eh?
I've met you before,
Oh,
right? And I've
okay.
had a whole conversation with you.
Oh, now
So
it makes
I
sense.
feel like
now it
I
makes
already
sense.
connected with him
Oh,
before.
now it makes sense.
So now I
That's
feel
what
better to ask
surprised
you
me.
questions.
That's what surprised me. I'm like, why? Okay.
Yeah.
Guys,
Continue.
I wanna leave.
What resonates?
Like, what makes him like get into that element?
It's
Yeah,
fair,
of making
it's fair.
music?
Like, guys, it's one as the artist or whatever. Nah, like I said, I do music. So when I start anything like melody, ne? Maybe o ka tswa so like don't tell like o ka tswa ko different like ke batla go dira trap soul bo tswa yang ne and then o bochika vv o bona emotional then clap ya tla gape something like ke mo teng beat ke one implela to connect to the
oh my gosh
to melodies and then tla I don't have time to put like body kick body tla melodic I put the chorus la just sing or rap whatever and then
actually, that's very like I feel like a lot of artists can't express that. I think you've expressed it in a way that makes sense because it's even like with painting. Sometimes when you're painting, you maybe I wanna paint the sea. Next thing after painting blue, you see the sky. And then next thing while you're painting the sky, you want to add the roads. It's very
it's like a puzzle.
Yeah.
I'm proactive.
Man.
Yeah. And I have another question to ask. Yes, ask easy.
Ask
I'm really
questions. Ask
interested.
questions.
But now is your time.
It's your time.
Kupuka
Shine.
again. Please.
I wanted to ask like what kind of impact do you want your music to have? Like in the end, like if like you're long and gone, how do you want us to like look at your music and
Memories.
Once it's all said and done.
Okay, be yourself.
Okay.
Like just be yourself because of not don't try to be somebody else. Even like music no, don't dwell too much on melodies, dwell too much on the lyrics. The man arring.
Okay.
Arring and like
So listen.
because someone like beat the beta bomb no. I read the lyrics. So none here this album is too like get the banger. Abo the strategy get the banger but I sing like ke convoy go mixa go pela le go rap because of ke le ka tlogela go rap like I said. And then the beginning a lot of people they say man says you can sing.
Yeah.
O ma ba ne man rapper. O ma ba ne betsa motho go ke ish o la ne man shapatse di so tsa nuyana bo screw
Yeah.
we can sharp I as a producer I combine this thing then make it a one thing
Yeah.
how by dropping that EP the comments are the you're good man.
I will give your EP a listen, Chef. Like if you're listening to this, give it a listen.
When it comes to the freestyle come on man like
Something short.
oh like I can do not like now I thought maybe you want me to spit like
Okay.
No, the rap was
You should have said your style ain't free.
yeah
Nah,
like
does like these.
truly speaking take a follower 180 and then I wanted to come but now I don't want to not to say in a bad way I don't want to like I should always all about the robot or I want something different to
I
grab
give you
people's
anything.
attention yeah
Go sa go something ele e ba influencer go tsa watch
so I know
go sa go
What's that song? Yeah, Kanye West when he's there in the desert and the wind's blowing. Yeah, we need to shoot something like that.
so sometimes it be like you need to like
Think of a place, I think, and suggest that to him, right?
yeah
that would work.
the dope one man I don't just like if I shoot that just for the sake of shooting
Yeah, but like sometimes it's not like
What am I can't go work?
the place.
Ke maka.
What you say. If you good, the background is not what if you good, like a low quality like video, you can go viral or like people can hear where you go. It's good. They won't care about the background there.
Let your talent speak for itself.
I like that. I like that. Like it's too much. You know why? It's too much. That's why like gore ke drop the pin. I was delaying for the visuals. You know why? Because of I don't just like I said I don't just wanna shoot. My music, I get to it a bit there. My music is good quality. I don't wanna lie.
You know, I've been. I'm gonna continue.
It's good quality, and this album is like I don't wanna lie. Like so, I get to demoralize. You understand? So I need to like. It's been a while. So now get to like kill full force. The sound quality is. Imagine on the mixer at the desk. My speaker how bully like it's you have to balance. So even if when you shoot
Class
music
control.
videos, you have to balance the two.
Yeah.
So you can't just like okay, music no, the image on your the background on your whatever. Matlo adom. Matlo adom, dom. People don't just listen. They visualize. You understand? So na ki bua ka nna preferred in na. So na like 018 I'll be there. Kapine we bitsa ki piti da. Ke motho wa ko abo a ki piti like yeah. It's like when I don't want to lie and it's dope, but my homies they don't like not to say it's better, but it's like no, I can't just go for less.
I have a burning question I've been willing to ask since 2 weeks back. It's been weeks I've been wanting to ask this. Nah. And since while you are here, actually, let me just sum up. How far are you willing to go for fame? Or rather, let me say, how far are you willing to go, ne? For clout.
Sure.
For clout.
Why do you have to put it in such a negative connotation? How far are you willing to
No,
go?
this is not based on you specific. That's why it's something that I've always wanted to ask. It goes out to all one, like everyone here.
No, it's
everyone
cool,
here. How far are you willing to go for clout? I'll tell you guys or like where is this like actually coming from? You understand? But yeah, how far are you willing to go, John?
And the pot of Halek is before but reconstruct, but it's fine. Federe Nagito Buakan Namakla.
Yeah.
Nuggets have my fear in the leg, but you ain't got no care. I'm not chalet. It's painful. So for Hoyakana, how the dope is when you make money. You can be lyrical, lyricist, whatever. But if you make money, like you know, it's all about business. Music is business, guys. Almost like I do it for the money. Let the money pay you cash. So back to the guy now. I see myself as a I get the categorize the so now I'm a jack of all trades more on. So I'm going to artist yeah, it's nice and artist fame. So now I see myself as a behind the scenes, more production, especially sound engineering. Because where I'm killing good. All my songs are clean. So I see myself killing the best
shout out
sound engineer ever. More posh. Because of all people who want to talk about we can do a lot of things. We like celebrity syndrome. All of us. And they're different. And I have a lot of people bankaring kaba inspire. But I'm afraid because of whenever I can think go studio in Sabon, you feel like you hotile professor.
Okay.
What's to be you like hotile them. Nah, just get le la go share. But whenever I get I can any like go gain something. You are a producer, get but I can gain nothing. But when you come to me, people you demand. Every time about you demand. So I don't gain nothing. So now it's not about fame, man. Because now I'm afraid.
You're here for the bag.
Yeah, it's
how far are you willing to go?
To the depths of hell and back. To the deep depths of hell and back.
I feel it, Jack.
Simple, Jack.
How about you?
I think I always say you need to look back at why you started what you started or why you started on that journey or that road. So with me, obviously, everybody wants to be successful, you know, especially when it comes to business and things like that. But I always say, don't forget the vision. So when it comes to how far I'm willing to go, I'm not looking at it in terms of what am I willing to do. But again, I also want to be honest. I don't want to now sound so cliche.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm willing to do anything for my brand. But what is anything? Not everything. Not everything. There's certain things, you know what I mean? There's certain times where I was offered opportunities, but because of the risks involved, I had to be like, nah, dog. It's not gonna ish when not LT. A lot of people do that. Exactly. But you see what I mean? Those are like one of the few things I'm not willing to do for my brand. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't follow my vision. Remember the last time I told you guys, I don't know if you watched that episode where I said the reason why I started where I started is because I want to be an inspiration to other young women in the future. To show them, you don't need a nigga to get things done. If I allow a nigga to have a hand in what I'm building, then what kind of an inspiration am I going to be to the youth?
Understand?
So, yeah. It's all about the vision.
In the same breath, ne? How do you guys feel about these people, ne, that actually use bad publicity, ne, for actually
Growing the brand.
growing the brand?
No such thing as bad publicity.
That's the thing.
That's
Wabana,
PR 101.
that's
But
why. That's where
if
Should
that
PR.
publicity, if that publicity goes against your brand's image, then it's bad publicity. But if you look at booster,
Okay.
then good. It's like, for example, what I just said now about
Yeah.
allowing guys to help me out and things like that. If maybe, let's say, I did that and then later on I come out to say it was not worth it, this is what I learned from my experience, then that bad publicity works for me to make my image look better for the brand. So it's all about the end goal again. I don't want to end up looking like a baddie running a business. I'm a business before I'm a baddie.
I'm looking at Babala and Kelvin Momo. You know they recently just dropped projects, Bali 2. And that's just after.
Are they really back together though?
Exactly. Wawa.
Are they or is
Like
it-
that
It's
whole
just
thing.
rumors. Did you never know? Like,
Are they really?
You understand?
the thing is with Dilota social media, I don't know if you guys have picked up, right? A lot of people just put things out there. You've seen with other rappers or musicians,
Yeah,
they'll
yeah.
put up a certain image, I've got money, Gucci, this,
yeah,
that, but they still Ubering, they live in a flat with like 3 roommates, and it's just about,
the
yeah.
sound of that water thing.
Mara-
Like the sound of that water thing is so disgusting.
Because the air is what makes it sound like that.
You were saying something.
Sometimes ke go tshaba go nna ashamed. Ke understand those things because of le nna gore motsi ke re bona ke mo ma ke ipulela ke nna one because I have my own record label. It's registered but it's not generating any money. And then I can see dipina ka under label la ka. I know why. Ke ntsha independent because of one day nkana successful wa go kick out. Ke masters dipina go company. So now I own my masters because of music is my life. Because of I started like law, like Moalusi from all those organizations. Before nkana produce, I started like there. Ka theory. Ke be ke feleletsa ka practical.
Yeah, Pell, I've been to your studio. You make clean sound, bro. You make clean sound. I won't lie.
That nigga.
Yeah, definitely, sure. Definitely. Anyway, besides the project that you recently dropped, is there any other projects that you would like to talk about?
Oh, Ratema go kwatela. Thank you go khopotsa. You Ratema go kwatela. I worked with a guy called Eli, aka Yampeta, but Tom Dim Damagula Strike. You get to better than Gadi, let Lampela again. Ariki G W D N Gorin. No, I get to look pronounce. So that's the guy who's Spanish Rastenberg. Sanzaba Dropile and EP, so Wakawate. So I have to get to a guy who Rastenberg. Yeah. And then even the single and then Kashanova. I worked with Kashanova, mixing, mastering. Is supposed to drop Khale kwa kitse lang kaina mare. You know, only the reasons tsa gagwe. And then even now I've been cooking. I have a lot of songs with them man, but that kaupela.
When are we gonna get a taste?
Oh, my baby. Yeah. You can even now, ne? Pina yang unalone dragzilla. Zela na bibita nice and slow. A2 and it's so short. And I call it A2 da. Kashanova dope, guys. The
A
guy
lot.
is so dope.
He's a lot. He's a
I
lot.
saw like Kenyatta. That man is
He's a
dope.
lot. That's our sound engineer, by the way. The guy that's doing the intro. That's Kashanova.
And then that man ke producer yaka. So we work together.
I don't know. Is there anything else that we did not touch? In regards to your
I think that would have to be your handles and where people can get hold of your music. And is there anything else that we should expect besides this project as well?
Okay. You can get my music on different platforms. Apple Music, Spotify, SS. 150 plus stores. Even kind of you know, guys, you like to make the story there. I support local artists. When you make a story there, you can search just for peace.
And what's your longer vision?
My longer vision is to see myself uplift. I can like to nurture the upcoming ones. And baskana the big headed because of industry. I can sign someone like no, but I don't have that heart. I have a white heart. I don't have a black heart. Something like that. Yeah.
Any shout outs before you?
Yo, shout out to my nigga go Rustenberg and I go bizarrely beyond that day. Ompile Slaughter Sito.
Shout out.
My G. Ish. Kashanova Steel. My G. When I'm fit, man. CK, I love you, boy. Like, Makas, you, Udengi. And then the one and only Zilla. Drug Zilla. Boitumelo Ratema. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wait. Can we just pause for a moment? Like pause for finish.
Pause what?
Nah, but we loved having you, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I've
Oh, the pause.
oh Askis. Yeah, it's okay, you can pause. Yeah, you can pause, it's cool.
Okay.
Shout out.
Yeah, shout out.
Let me show you my bitch, yeah. Let me show you my bitch, yeah. Tell a bitch. Let me show you my bitch.
I don't understand how is this episode 20 when you're not going to release the other one.
And we are back.
Like what?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
At Nkolo and stuff.
I don't know if you feel it. Why you feel away phone? Why you feel away phone?
Unfortunately, you're not gonna have episode 17 because there's technical glitches.
No, the glitches are not good.
But
I
yeah.
think I got phone Hopefully, but I love the interview.
Oh yeah, I did.
I love the
I
interview.
did as well. It went well.
I enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm.
Your girlfriend is not there.
Oh, Thomas Wamudi. Wait till I shotlane. Elton Didimal. Osa on one platform.
Anyway,
Let's see.
hey bro, like, can I do my way?
Okay, do your way.
Yeah, for now, like getting late. So what did I
Alright,
do?
guys.
Anyway.
So it's a new month, right? The year's almost, to its end. How do you guys feel about the year? Do you feel like you've done more? Are you proud of yourself?
I'm definitely proud of myself.
Why? Because of this.
I mean, look at that.
I knew I was gonna mention this. You were gonna mention this.
Yeah,
thing.
literally, that's like
I know.
my highlight.
I know.
Yeah, I think that's
I
my highlight.
graduated.
Television. I also graduated, but I like keeping that in the loops. Eh?
You look something like Sebo graduated. Yo, why this gonna stay but why?
But anyway, yeah, that as well.
Oh, shall I? Oh, graduated, right?
Yeah,
No, big ups.
shut up.
Big ups. Big
Yeah,
ups.
I think that as well.
Yay.
Fuck.
What was the highlights of your guys' years?
Yo, me was my graduations, bro. I almost didn't get that shit. That almost went out the window. But later, I go no shame. That was one of the best moments of my life.
Gabo ya pere today.
But we are open if I'm as much. I got para stage.
What's that thing those people in that church do with the blue thingies and they go around in circles?
What is it called? Dress. Dress.
Yeah?
Pour.
Postol.
But what you call that dance that they do? Ish, I don't know the dance, but you need to tell her that. That dance.
But it was it was that. It was the me graduating the podcast. I've loved this. This has put me in such a pedestal. Like this podcast has placed me in a good pedestal. And my gigs, the gigs of this year, the ones I've been emceeing have been dope. I enjoyed emceeing Babala's King, the Winter Hall. I enjoyed doing yesterday, both of them. I enjoyed open air farmers market.
And also got
both
to
of
be your
them.
road manager.
I got to be my road manager officially. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed every BLK event. Before it closed. But yeah, I enjoyed that. And what else? Well, I was happy Insta Lives came back for a moment, you know. Insta Lives with the Great came back. That's my baby, that one. I enjoyed that it came back. And yeah, I just got to meet you.
And then on to you, Palesa.
The platform was taken away.
Sharp.
I think the highlights of this year was definitely a lot of my prayers were answered, like in terms of like certain environments I was in. I feel like, you know, when you've been complaining about something for so long and, you know, the universe just goes, blah, 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 makes things happen. Yeah. And then also I feel like this year, personally, like this is obviously personal growth stuff, I feel like I've become better at like creating boundaries. You know what I mean? I used to be a very like, what's the word? I don't want to use the bad word yet there, but a people pleaser is another word for it.
What is the other word?
An ass kisser. Yeah. Nah, I don't care.
Like some of them DJs in Portugal, true.
Hey, we're not gonna.
So yeah, man. And also meeting new people. Like, I was not really open to meeting new people, you know what I mean? And we've created such a beautiful team here, man. Like, I've met some dope ass characters. Like, yeah, it's like family, you know what I mean? Yeah. And then obviously the podcast, come on. That's how I met new people anyway. Yeah. So yeah, man, there's been actually quite a lot of highlights. This year I did a lot, man.
But
I'm very proud of myself.
It feels like 2 years this year alone.
Because you did a lot.
A lot of things, yo.
But
my another highlight is finding my way back to God. Thanks to that guy. Shout out, though.
Nadia,
but this year's been beautiful, man. Like, hard work. This year has shown for King. If you just focus, things will happen. Right. Yeah. So definitely
But I hated the deaths, man. Just as I hated the deaths of this year. Oh, you're like a lot of people just, and some of them have been like through mental issues. You know, just like, there was not a nice year, like in that aspect. I just hope that hopefully
I don't think December sharp, man.
And please, guys, stop. Like I like that money, but fuck it. Stop this thing. Hey, next year I'm gonna do what 10 o'clock. But guys, stop that shit. Like this, I don't like that joke. Like, you know, everybody like
now all of a sudden that humor.
But when
that
it's
one
like
I hate that one.
That's a bit horrible.
That one I hate, dog. Like I remember somebody did the same joke last year, and then we lost the person the very same day.
Yeah.
Again, I was like, don't post that. Like, I love that humor, but that I drew the line there.
It's not manifesting.
Yo, that's manifesting things that are not supposed to be happening. So like, the one thing about this is just that. But I guess you start seeing about who maybe it's not a myth anymore. Leap year is a different type of year because man, it was leap year.
I don't wanna believe that stuff. Hey, it's a lot of people leave us leap year. I don't like entertaining such
things.
Yeah.
You know, in other countries, leap year means that a woman can marry a man. I'm just saying.
Really?
I'm just giving you ideas.
I don't know. Yeah, that's very interesting. Eh? Yeah. A new fun fact there. For those that didn't know. But yeah. But let's hope for 2025 is going to bring us some good things, eh?
Dating. What did you guys think of Halloween? Do we really celebrate Halloween properly?
I wish we would.
Like, do you guys think?
I feel like we are so serious. Like, dude, us as Africans.
But I saw Lerato Love's event was actually proper. People respected the theme for the first time ever.
Because that's the only one.
Yeah?
That's the only one, like, where people are actually
No, there actually was a Halloween party called... Do you know that wine bar that music cafe? What's the name?
Oh yeah, go 6 feet, 6 feet. What?
Yeah, it got rebranded though. Find something. fine.
Is it open?
Fine bar now. It's closed down now.
That's
Yeah.
what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
But I
no,
wish we
Nkile
could
ba
celebrate
hosta,
such
like,
more. Like, you know, as a nail tech, there's so many designs I had in mind, but nobody wants them. I had one client that was interested, but we were gonna do like a promo set like,
Okay.
because I approached her. Like I was buying a book, or is it Bargain Books? And she works there. I'm not sure. She has like hand tattoos. Very cool girl. Very cool girl.
She's a model. She model the shit out of it.
But I wish we could bring that stuff to life. Eh?
Was that Halloween?
Yeah.
Yeah.
man.
Like, what did you guys think of it, Lon? Like, do we really you don't not interested in that?
Why aren't you interested?
You wouldn't participate. If only we would have hosted like a themed, a Halloween themed party.
I would.
Probably would buy something, but
What would you dress up like?
I don't know.
What would I dress up as?
You wanna speak?
Nah, for me, Halloween, it's
When you're going the Christian,
it's scary though.
You're
Yeah,
going the Christian.
it's scary.
Yeah.
People are doing evil
Why
things.
is that?
They are. Kore, it's scary.
Taking out their
But now
It's not
it
good.
comes back to that thing, Yahore, guys. You know, if you're aware of the difference between real life, this obviously again a me thing. If you're aware of how to differentiate real life and the life we're shown on TV, right? Obviously, certain characters are made to look a certain way, but do you, when you sit down, say, okay, if, e.g., a demon was to show up, how do you think do you really think a demon would show up with two horns? You're not scared of the people that are dressed up like that. You get what I mean? Trust me, like I feel like spiritual beings, be it evil or good, they are scary to look at. And I don't think we can personify them. That's why it's all jokes. It's just what people make.
True.
Yeah, it's all make-believe, basically, what we see on TV and stuff. Because you can speak to anybody that's like a spiritual person, right? I'm saying spiritual because I don't know how to word it. How does a mermaid look? A mermaid doesn't look like somebody like with like a tail. They'll tell you it's like a literal fish person or a fish thing that has maybe a big head or what. That's like we can't really, like you get what I mean. We can't really look at it and say it's negative because now we look at Disney. Disney has so many evil characters, but is that how they really look in real life? It's just cartoons.
And we love villains out here.
Yeah. It's like now saying a hero. Who's the hero? Who's your favorite hero?
Me, it's Thor.
It's like Thor. If somebody dresses up like Thor, do you really think the real Thor looks like that?
I hope he does. I really, really hope he
But
does.
that's like your mind is still open to
Yeah.
creating an image. Okay, Thor is just like strong,
You know,
God,
he's a god.
godlike. You know what I mean? But we know.
Ooh,
Yeah.
ooh, I'm gonna get in trouble, but I'm asking you.
Yeah.
You just said something, right? Now, they won't cancel me. Getting cancelled.
We were discussing it. It's
Getting
fine.
cancelled. There's this new thing, right? And people are arguing over it. Medusa. We talked about it, right? The connotation of Medusa is literally Greek mythology, right? And other writers are saying that Athena cast her because she didn't want men looking at her anymore. That every time she looks at men, they must freeze. Because the god, the Poseidon, he went and seduced her.
Yeah.
You understand? Now, it's taken as a connotation, and I know how people are going like through like sexual abuse and everything, but now it's taken as a connotation, and people are giving it life in a sense. I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say. Like, we're putting life into something that is.
Fix your mic.
Is it fine? Is it okay? Okay. We are doing something that we're giving life to something or creating life into something that people are already saying is a demonic connotation or something. Understand? And now people are like fighting over it. I saw like the couple of like 2 months back, people are fighting over it. Oh no, until you go through something. I'm like, understand what you went through. My perception is, why are you taking mythology? And that is literally transcribed in 5 different ways. You don't know which truth is it. And then you're saying that you're going to put that on your life. Like you're going to make your life based on this person. So are you saying now you want When people look at you, they must tend to stone.
But this is why, okay, guys, this is why I always go back to this. Each person has their own belief, I guess.
Yeah.
And be careful what you believe in. Be it Christianity, be it Buddhism, Hinduism. It all comes with its pros and cons.
Yeah.
That's how belief works. You are manifesting a certain energy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's always like, be careful what you wish for, because you never know what you're gonna get.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when it comes to that, I think people should just read into what you believe. Make sure that when you decide to believe in that thing, you understand what it's about. Yeah. There's like a whole battle on TikTok about it now with regards to Christianity, but I don't think we should touch on it. It's a bit of a touchy topic, but that literally brought light into be careful on like of what you believe and how you manifest it into your life. Yeah.
But even with Christianity, there is everything that you believe in. You have to question.
Yeah.
If you don't question anything, you're a blind person. You're following blind. You must have, the Bible even tells you must learn how to denounce spirits. You understand? You must learn how to denounce what is good and what is bad. So, if Dimo gives you a choice, believe in me or don't, it's up to you. Understand? So, even with Christianity, it's a bit of a...
You guys are so smart, you know? Damn,
Well,
I've been
can I ask
observing
you
a lot
guys?
of information from this. Eh?
Can I ask you guys, ne? But I don't know. Do I have a platform to discuss it, guys?
Yeah.
Okay. So
Still
on
the show.
TikTok, what was going on is that this girl, right? She was on a podcast of their own. And she basically went on to say, she's she's a Christian. She's a believer. She's saved. But she works in a club. And other Christians came in to correct her to say, you cannot say you prayed for a job. This is Sihle who said this, by the way, I'm quoting. Sihle said you cannot pray to God, the Christian God, for a job, and the job that he offers you is one in a place that is considered a place of evil, jaga a nightclub. And then she went on, just listen, and then she went on to explain why nightclubs are considered evil.
Yeah.
Because what would happen at nightclubs, like, you guys know about the stories where girls get raped in the back, you know, batho ba traffickiwa, people get killed. You guys know about, like, the negative sides of clubbing. So that's how she was explaining it, Hore. You can't say that's the kind of job you prayed for. You know, she was calling that girl out, and that girl was taking everybody's responses to her video as a clap back to say that she's not Christian. But again, it goes back to that thing, Hore. A religion is basically a guide to how you want to live life, you know, and they were explaining how you cannot say or label yourself as Christian, but you are doing things that are not Christ-like. Yes.
Can I say something based
Yeah.
on that? Right. 2 instances in the Bible that happened where God decided to place a person in a place where it was not deemed good. The first person is the person that was sent to Nineveh. He was sent to a place that was not deemed perfect. That place was full of killings. It was full of rape. Was full of all bad stuff. You understand? But he was sent there. So you can't think that you're God, because what he says every time, he says that what I do or my thoughts are not your thoughts. I can decide to put a person in a place where they are not supposed to be. My aunt, I'm probably sure she wouldn't want me to say that's what I'm going to, because it's something that she once did.
Yeah.
She was sitting in a bar, understand? And when she was sitting there, some other guy said to her, Miss Prophet, why are you here? Because she's a prophet. And she was like, what do you mean? I don't know, but you're supposed to be sitting with us. I already know, but God did not call me for those that are already saved. I'm not called for the saved. I'm called for those that are still lost. You understand? And that's what T.D. Jakes also said when they said to T.D. Jakes, why does he not get rid of gay people in his church? And he said, I'm not God to decide who comes to church and who doesn't. Everybody's welcome to my church. Jesus went and turned water into wine. He went and did an earthly act for a godly act. So it's never a purpose of God will not place. We don't know what God is thinking.
Or is it more about what you do in those places?
Yes.
Like, are you doing what God sent you
To do.
In, because maybe you were sent there to save the lost ones.
Exactly. Does she drink? First of all, is what you ask yourself in the club. Does she drink?
Does she party?
Does she party? Does she smoke? Is she doing all? Is she doing all those bad acts in the club?
What is she specific about? What is it that she does?
I think, I'm not sure. I stand to be corrected, but I think maybe she's a promoter or she's a bottle girl. I'm not sure, but she works good thing. I don't know what she does. Obviously, I didn't really look into her account. I just saw multiple videos that were interlinked. Yeah.
Do you probably want to add something into this?
Actually, I wanted to ask some questions about this thing of belief. Yeah? So I wanted to ask, in a relationship, if you are in a relationship with someone, and then you guys have different beliefs, is your relationships gonna work or?
No, you can go first.
Okay.
You can go first.
I've dated multiple religions, I would love to say. I once dated a girl that is Muslim. And I was still in Joburg by then. Her name is Samira. A beautiful baby. Yeah, but, you know, she was Muslim. I'm Christian. And I always said, she would like, when you come into my family, you would have to convert. She would say that. And I'd be like to her, yeah, but why don't you also convert? Or why
should it be you?
Do you understand? Or
find a new
separate religion together. Or why don't you just continue with your religion and I continue with mine? There's a pastor that had a wife that loved drinking. This pastor never forced his wife to drink. This woman has her own reasons why she does not do church like that anymore. But this woman in her time, she would preach the gospel and what, you know, and he never tried to. It's just based on relationship is communicating. After all, you communicate with a person. I, for one, but I meet a lot of girls, and all of that. You understand? You do it. Sharp. Support. Lena, I go with a body, Kashabarashi, Terry Baba. Support. I go to the Kashab.
Mina now.
I understand you. I feel like religion or belief is a personal journey. Don't put your journey onto others. Hence why, you know, I had a friend, right? She was, I don't know, I think, I don't want to really touch on it that much. Yeah, let's not touch on it that much because a lot happened. But she had her own belief system. I had my own. So it got to a point where now there was no longer respect of individualism. Palesa, we believe in this. And even though she knew, okay, it's been a journey for me to make the decision that I made. But I made it, I knew what I was doing. I understood the kind of decisions I was making when I said, okay, this is the path I'm willing to follow. And she wasn't respectful of it. And hence why, like, you know, the demise of our relationship as friends. I was trying to look for the word for it. But I feel like when it comes to relationships, it's all about respect. If you believe in what you believe and I believe in what I believe, but you're constantly trying to give me reasons as to why I shouldn't believe in what I believe and not respecting that life is a personal journey, you are taking away my individualism from our relationship and making it a you thing. It's now becoming one-sided. It's a you. I must be the one who comes. Let's say Alton becomes a prophet and him and I in a relationship. And and it happens for like maybe I go to one of his what's and I get some form of an epitome. It is an epiphany. No, epiphany. Yeah.
Like me.
Epiphany to like convert. I'd convert willingly. Because why? I made the decision under my own capacity.
Consensual.
Consensuality is important in everything. Yes.
Shout out.
And when warenka di relationship.
Le Bukreste le religion.
Not Bukreste fela, mare religion as a whole.
Like I had said earlier on, I'm only finding my way back to God right now. So all of this is like
It's new for you.
No, mare,
new for me.
I get you, mare, like, if you met someone today, would you prefer somebody that believes in something that you believe in? Or
Okay, John,
you
listen,
wouldn't
okay.
mind?
Yeah, I would. What you had to.
No, I wanted to make it a simple thing. I didn't come on. Oh, Cross! Man! Ah, man, my boy. Ah, my bad, my bad. Boy. Ah,
Was that
my
too
bad.
specific?
Ah, my bad, my boy. Eesh. Anyway, it had to be. I'm I bet.
Yeah, I actually would. It actually goes back to what you both guys said. It has to do with what you believe in, Talanya as an individual, and me having to want to change you in whatever it is that you believe. It would be probably me having to invalidate whatever it is that you believe in, which is not right. On Talanya. Yeah, I think that's my 2 cents.
And on the topic of individualism, right? Do you guys believe like you find happiness in other people, or is happiness a you thing?
It has to be.
It has to
Like,
be
what
a
is
you
happiness
thing,
to
dog.
you? Like, what is happiness to you, basically? Is it something you find alone in yourself?
It has to, yeah,
or-
alone.
Really?
Now I used to find like my happiness. That's why I know
And my daughter.
Yeah.
ngathanda so angisabafuni is because of the same things. It's already sumla ubona motho ngathi is your life and everything and amen. So that's why
And amen.
yeah. So now trying to find Elton.
Yeah.
To find,
True.
Yeah. So I believe
Definitely has to start with you.
Alone.
Because you the one king we don't like, okay, this is how I feel when I'm happy, and this is how I feel
when
if I'm
not
expecting someone else as long as I'm happy. You understand?
I feel
It
like,
doesn't necessarily have to be somebody,
Uh-huh.
but you understand.
I feel like happiness is such a broad concept to me, ne?
Mm.
Because I find
It
happiness
could be
in people.
materialistic as well.
Not just in a materialistic sense, but I find
happy.
happiness. I find happiness in so many different like aspects of life. I find happiness in people. I find happiness in individualism. I find happiness in what I do, what I consume. So for me, like, happiness is such a broad thing. Like, cause why would I be around people that make me sad? Hence why I cut off a lot of people in my life. Because I felt like you were taking away from my happiness,
Yeah,
not
true.
adding it.
True.
That's why happiness is such a broad
You
concept.
learn to blog about who.
Do you find happiness in blocking people?
I did
Just like-
something.
just like
I did. Do you want to say something?
Because, yeah, there are some
Co-host
people,
van Weebon.
Yeah.
But it's cool. I'm enjoying the interaction.
there are some people, Baba, finding happiness in the bottle.
Yeah.
And then
Ke mo shebile.
I remember
Aba di tshwara yana.
I remember there is this quote to Yaha Dalai Lama. Dalai Lama. He said, he's
the
a monk.
Dalai
Dalai
Lama.
Lama. He's a monk. So he once said, in order for you to be happy, you have to make other people happy. Understand? Yeah.
So hurt people.
And happy people make other happy people happy.
Yeah.
All right. That's
So-
cool.
About others, Baba finding in the drugs, maybe in bottles, and they suffer if massacre those things because that's where they find their happiness. That's so.
It's like
I think
your
it's all about-
vice. It's like a vice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's all about a habit. You create a habit, yeah, happiness. Something always happy every time. So you're just doing that thing to make you happy. Like you said, material. Some people material. Some people money.
Money makes me happy.
But what if those things are you? What are you gonna do?
Can I tell you something funny about happiness, ne, guys? In the past week, I had to do something so difficult, ne? I feel like, one of this topic of friendship, I keep going back to it, but I have like friendship exes. Okay. Where I gave somebody my all, like I tried my best for it. And things happened. Yeah.
La kugana akere.
But like I used to spend a lot of my time trying to improve those around me, regardless of how much they deserved it. Wabo. So in the past week, I got a message from like an ex-friend, right? Where she said that she's going through some stuff right now, right? Where good things and bad things are happening and she needs to speak to somebody that relates. So initially, like, I typed a long paragraph where I was like, you know, you hurt me, what, pouring out my heart. You know what I did? I deleted the message. And what I said to her, let me go to my phone.
You and this thing. I have bad combination.
I wanna tell you guys what I said to her word for word. Give me a second.
Biggest illusion. What is illusion? Happiness. Contrary to popular belief, it is. Yeah. You create happiness with finance. You base it on anything that you said, material. What did you say?
All right. What I said to her was she's lost that privilege. She lost that privilege when she made the decisions that she made. What
you lost that privilege. Like,
I had to say that to her because she kept trying and trying to make her way back into my life. But because she was the one person that was taking away the happiness that I had in me because of like other factors in her life. Like, I can't be actively trying to improve your self-confidence as a friend, but now where you are dragging yourself down. Now my efforts are going to waste. Now you're coming back and now I must go through that journey again of being dragged down with you. I can't.
It's training. It's training. Oh, so it's about an imaginary friend there.
That's why happiness can be found in so many different ways. And it's important to also not forget your own happiness when you're trying to create happiness in other people's lives. Yeah.
With that being said, I think it also goes back to that. You know that saying, yellow, like you shouldn't grade yourself so that you can meet other people's standards. Yeah, I think it goes back to that. At least I say something smart in that comment.
Yeah. And you know what's funny about that is that remember we said when you're at a certain level, you attract people of a certain I don't know, level or so.
Yeah.
So it comes also with your happiness. Like once you're content or you're improving as a person, there's certain people you should not invite back into your life because they might pull you down back to the level you just upgraded from. Yeah.
True. Shut up.
Am I being too deep?
Tonight you are cookie, yeah?
I think it's the monster. You must drink a lot of monster.
No, I'm well rested, guys. Come on.
Monster. I'm a demon.
So yeah, the last thing that I wanted to say is like, speaking about these things, I feel like they teach us a lot. Speaking about beliefs, speaking about love, speaking about relationships, speaking about happiness, respect. Those things I feel like again, you can't see them. You can't actually buy them. Understand? It's like it's an energy. The energy that you give, the energy that you give to people and then you get it back. So I wanted to go back about the belief in a relationship. I used to date as well, they don't. We are not in the same belief, but I felt like Kababora and stuff, because when I talk about it's what I believe. Understand? I talk about belief all the time. So
it's something you're passionate about.
Yeah. Because when you follow something, it stick around on you. It's one of your schooling every time. What happened at school? So that time we thought I understanding. So she gonna feel annoyed. But I hope it's not my problem, understand?
Can I ask you something?
Yeah, you may.
So what if you meet somebody in Tshidiso that is obviously of another belief, Mare, they're willing to listen? Because I'm like that. Like when someone is different,
To what
you
extent?
entice me to knowing more about what this thing is. Like now I like passion, because when you have passion, you draw me in. Wa tlhaloganya. Passion is one thing you can't buy. Wa bona? And I feel like that's how I get along with different people. It's because the differences is what makes you unique, and that's what's enticing me to you. So what if you
I
meet
don't-
somebody that's like of a different belief, but they're interested in the things that you have to say?
I don't have a problem with it.
Really?
I think I'll.
You think
Yeah.
that's like you make a compromise and it's
Yeah,
like that?
yeah, I'll compromise. But I don't want to make you feel out or make you feel like I'm pressurizing you or something. I just want, because believe it's something. It's a heavy thing, because when you date for marriage. You don't
I
date
get
for
you.
Hotamega. And then imagine you are planning those body marriage, and then that time we have to go to church. And that's my church.
But that's what I'm
So
wondering.
you're gonna go
right?
alone. Am I gonna go alone to
That's what
church?
I'm asking you. Are
Yeah.
you willing to make the compromise? Because it's not like this person will love you any less.
Yeah.
They won't respect you any less. They're
Yeah.
not taking away from your happiness. They maybe even now giving you somewhat of a way to explain your own religion to yourself. Because sometimes you believe in something, but because somebody's questioning you, somebody
Yeah.
is challenging you in your own faith.
Yeah.
It allows you to build a stronger foundation for it. What if she does that for you?
Yeah, I'll run with that.
You get what I mean? That's why I
run with
always tell
it.
people, individualism is something so beautiful. And when it's cherished in the right way, like it creates such a strong
Yeah.
connection. It's like, for example, the gentleman we just had now interviewing him, that he is passionate in music.
Music, yeah.
Me as somebody who is still new to understanding music as a work of art. Because we know music, everybody knows music, everybody listens to music. But now we are hearing it from a creator of music. We are getting it from like a...
cheese.
No, you guys are talking nice. So
Oh.
we're getting it from a perspective of a creator of something. We are getting a new perspective. Wa tlhaloganya?
Speaking about music again, I remember last week you guys asked me about the music thing. Do you listen to good music?
Yeah.
Like I said, music it creates something. It's so powerful. Also,
Yeah.
It's like
music.
a pathway.
Yeah. I used to use music to dress up. If maybe get somewhere. I used to get that motivation on music, I used to, sometimes I also something. If maybe you're going to work or you're about to work, and then you play your favorite song, and then it creates that
Creates a
environment,
vibe,
it creates that
yeah.
vibe. So music is a powerful thing, For my piano,
Oh, and you dissed my music.
So before you go to
Halwani, you are
groove-
piano.
before
People
you
don't
at
listen to
groove,
piano.
you are-
They are fighting. Halwani, you are tlhakatlhakano. So, ke yone dilo tse dingwe gape tse ke di tshabang about
Oh, yeah.
music. So I'd rather listen to music alone. It keeps me chilled. It keeps me motivation. Ke kgona go dlala fela like a sound fela, like sound. E senang
You know what
vocal.
kills me? Do you know what kills me? Yeah, meditation is important. But this reminds me of that thing, Yaha Young Thug, where they like his music is promoting gang violence. Yeah. Like it goes back to that thing of it triggers something. Music triggers something internally. Yeah.
All right, we talked until the camera went to team.
Yeah.
That's
Hi,
how
this
we've
was
been
so
talking.
again. This was so
very organic.
shopping, but yeah, very beautiful.
Yeah,
I guess that's how we wrap up the end.
Yeah.
We could not talk about the sexual abuse, but I hope we can just for next week, right? It's fine. Just continue.
We'll deep dive into it.
Deep dive into that conversation again. Guy wanted us to talk about the effects of sexual abuse.
Sure.
So we'll just dive on that next week. It's a topic that never runs out.
That's how we wrap up the 20th episode.
It's not a 20th episode. We're not dropping number 7.
20th episode.
20th episode. Because I mentioned 17. And thank you for those that have been subscribing. Our channel is actually growing, eh?
Oh, yeah. I think it's a
Oh,
like my
yeah, our
my
channel is
nervousness
actually
starting.
growing. And major shout out to those that have been subscribing.
Yeah.
Vision.
shout
We have
out.
another 1K. We have another 1K views.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out. We're gonna get to 1.9. I'm gonna go destroy.
Is that the other one on 1.9?
They're like 1.6, 1.6 then. Yeah.
Hopefully this episode.
This one is gonna
gonna be
come
the
in.
one.
But now we're doing
Twin.
one. It's almost minimum. Do my form. I think it's a look something like Thomas. Was not Palesa. You know, ladies and gentlemen, I go over any of someone else in the game. But don't you ever forget to put the great before that TM, or else it is a blasphemy. And I always say 3 things: always stay real, stay talking, and forever stay awesome.
Oh yeah. Thank you guys for listening. It's your favorite nail tech, Palesa, and I put the P in perfect, and that's on period. And we are.
Yes, sir.
This has been Faz. If you call like that, call me Faz Shelby.
Elton script writer.
We good rates.
Well,